Okay, I'm gonna show y'all how to do the reflections for Udi's class. So first off, I gotta reset this because my emission is high. You wanna make sure all emission is off. Make sure glass is off for your mask. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Arnold Render View. We're gonna delete these two that I have. Gonna click on. Okay, make sure it's on your physical camera one. Let's come to render setup. Make sure your resolution is 1280 by 720. 1280 by 720. You do not want it on 960 by 540. The assignment requires 1280 by 720. So now we're going to go to our diagnostics. Go to shader override. For your shader override, you're going to go into your materials. Go to your AO tab if you have one. Type in color value. Then type in map to material. Plug these two in. Name it your window AO. And what you're going to do is drag this little node to your window AO. Make an instance. After you make an instance, we're going to hit render view. This one will be your mask. So we're going to snapshot it. We're going to name it mask. After we name it mask, we're going to turn off shader override. After we turn off shader override, we want to turn on glass. We want to go to exposure control. Make sure. So we're going to go to tools, light lister, turn on the sky. Okay, now we're back. Once you have your thing all rendered out, your sky, you're going to make a snapshot, name it sky, emission. So if you go to your material editor, M on the keyboard, go to your emissive tab, come here, turn this on, and then render it out. You snapshot it, you name it emissive, and then if you want to save the files, you go to File, Save Image, and name it mask. And now we're going to go on to the Photoshop part, which is plain and simple. So let's say you already have all your files, everything's all loaded. You come to your File Explorer, and we're going to open all of these up, including our mask. Where's my mask? I may have to re-render that. It'd be fine. So open with Photoshop. I'm using 2025. That should be the latest one to use. So after you get all your files loaded up, I will go to your Sky JPEG, File, Save As. I'm going to put it on my desktop. We're going to name it first name, last name. So it'll be your first name, last name, and then your room. Or theme room. We're going to save that as. So make sure, I meant to save it as a Photoshop file. Wrong one. This one. Save it as this. Save it as a Photoshop file. So if I hit Control S, there we go. So we're gonna name this one Sky. Oops. Sky. And then you're gonna drag in all your images. And to drag them in, you go to your image, you click on it, you hold shift, you go over to your next tab, and you paste it. And when you're doing this, make sure you name it along the way. So this is ceiling for me. I have another emissive. So this is emissive earth. Emissive earth, ceiling. And make sure you close your other tab. So you click on it, you hold shift, and you come over and name it. The order doesn't matter, but I'm going to put it in the order of how it is for mine. Y'all could do a different order. It really doesn't matter, but yeah. Shelf. Let's get the TV. I think I actually closed one. TV, sky, think that was the sun I closed. So I gotta reopen up that file. Here's our sun. Name it sun. And our AO mask. So now, okay. Now let's name these last couple files I have. AO mask. And the order I'm gonna put it in is sky. Sun. We're gonna do shelf next. And this. TV will be your first one. I just have an extra emissive. So now that we have our AO mask, it's gonna get a little bit complicated here. That's a layer. Create a folder. Come here, separate, name it reflections, and put all your layers into this reflections, and then you can close it if you want to. In reflections for the folder, you want to change all of these to screen, and that's it for the reflections folder. Now we're gonna go back to our mask. This is gonna be the little bit difficult part. We're gonna click Control-Shift-I, I believe. Go to the channel, click on the RGB. Come back to here. Click on this with this layer mask. And I did it wrong. Okay, cool. Control-Shift-I. Come here. Layer mask. So you should have this blackness and then the white low corner. And basically what I did is I clicked on the AO mask, hit Control-Shift-I, which selected the black part, which is your window. Then you come over here. I'm going to delete this. You come over here and you hit this to get your reflections on here. So this is how your reflections should be. We're going to turn off the AO mask and bam, there's your reflections. So on how it should look is that once you get all your reflections and you get your room rendered out, you put that on top of the room. But yeah, and if y'all wanted to add a background picture, this is a way to do it. I'm gonna drag in, or actually I'm gonna open my background in Photoshop. So this is the background I chose temporarily. I'm gonna drag it in, paste it, bring it to the very bottom. Now that we have this, we're gonna come back over here to our AO mask. We're gonna click this, Control-Shift-I again, grab this, go to BG, select it, unchain it, and that's how you get your background. And then to help fix it, you'll probably want to put levels on it. And you may need to change these values depending on how bright you want it and how dark it should be. But yeah, how much you want it to be reflective. Make sure there's no chain on it, and that's how you basically do the reflections for Udi. You may need to change around with your opacity. So like, let's say I want to make this 60%. This like 55%. You may need to change around with these values depending on how to make it reflective. If you don't want a background, that's how it will look. But with a background, it will look like this. And you may even need to put levels on here. Click this to affect everything underneath it. Come here, darken it. Maybe that's too white. Yeah, that's how. You just move the gray value. So it gives you that nice color change for your levels. But yeah, that's basically how you would do your reflections for Udi's class.